Hello, everyone. This is the Citadel for right now. I am traveling. I am on the road, but we should enter back into the miracle of the Citadel tomorrow. Don't you worry. I missed yesterday. I really missed y'all, but like I said, I've been traveling. I'm sure you understand. So this week is, I would say this week and next week, I want to do this week and next week. So the 4 days that are left. And next week, I want to do, drumroll please, The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles. The Science of Getting Rich. Okay, that's what we're going to be working on. And I hope this video is okay. Like I said, we are making this happen with what we got. I know you love this. So special. Know thyself. We can never forget the creed of the Citadel, my friends. So here we go. We are going to read the first chapter here. So it's The Science of Getting Rich, like I said. And the first chapter is The Right to be Rich. We're just going to dive right in. Let me get my screen up. This is looking a little pixely, people, but I'm hoping it looks good. It's probably the lighting. We'll dive in. And let me just check. Triple, double, triple check. Yep, sound is good. Looks good to me. Looks good to me. All right. The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles. Chapter 1. The Right to be Rich. Whatever may be said in praise of poverty, the fact remains that it is not possible to live a really complete or successful life unless one is rich. We cannot rise to our greatest possible height in talent or soul development unless we have plenty of money. In order to unfold the soul and to develop talent, we must have many things to use, and we cannot have these things unless we have money to buy them. People develop in mind, soul, and body by making use of things, and society is so organized that people may have money in order to become the possessor of things. Therefore, the basis of all human advancement must be the science of getting rich. The object of all life is development, right? The object of all life, knowing thyself, developing yourself, studying yourself, being your own case study. All right, let's read that again. People develop in mind, soul, and body by making use of things, and society is so organized that people must have money in order to become the possessor of things. Therefore, the basis of all human advancement must be the science of getting rich. The object of all life is development. Everything that lives has an inalienable right to all the development it is capable of attaining. So everything that lives has an inalienable right to all the development it is capable of attaining. Each of us has a right to life. Each of us has a right to life. This means the right to have the free and unrestricted use of all the things that may be necessary to our fullest mental, spiritual, and physical unfolding. In other words, our right to be rich. And this is not just money, you guys. And I hope and I am looking forward to, if you have never read this book, you might be turned off like, oh, it's about money. That's selfish. That's, but this is truly it to be our fullest, our richest, mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally rich. In this book, I shall not speak of riches in a figurative way. To be really rich does not mean to be satisfied or contented with a little. You ought not to be satisfied with a little if you are capable of using and enjoying more. The purpose of nature is the advancement and development of life. Every individual should have all that can contribute to the power, elegance, beauty, and richest of life. I like that. When you own all you want for the living of all the life you are capable of living, you are rich. That's what it means. When you own all you want for the living of all the life you are capable of living, you are rich. You cannot have all you want without plenty of money. Life has advanced so far and become so complex that even the most ordinary man or woman requires a great amount of wealth in order to live in a manner that even approaches completeness. How many of you live in big cities? Money is a tool. Money gives us the roof over our head. It doesn't matter where you live. Money is amazing. It's beautiful. It puts food in our mouth, clothes on our back, roofs over our head. You naturally want to become all that you are capable of becoming. This desire to realize innate possibilities is inherent in human nature. This desire to realize innate possibilities is inherent in human nature. Success in life is becoming what you want to be. Success in life is becoming what you want to be. You can become what you want to be only by making use of things, and you can only have the free use of things only as you become rich enough to buy them. Therefore, an understanding of the laws of the universe and the science of getting rich is the most essential of all knowledge. There is nothing wrong in wanting to be rich. Did you hear that? There's nothing wrong in wanting to be rich. The desire for riches is really the desire for a richer, fuller, and more abundant life. Isn't that the truth? The desire for riches, that part of you that wants to be rich and maybe feels guilty about it, it's coming from the place that really desires for a richer, fuller, and more abundant life. And that desire is praiseworthy. The person who does not desire to live more abundantly is uncommon. The individual who does not desire to have money enough to buy all that is desired may not be living to their fullest potential. There are 3 motives for which we live. We live for the body, the mind, and the soul. No one of these is better or holier than the other. Each is desirable, and neither body, mind, nor soul can live fully if one of the others is cut short of life, of full life and expression. Isn't that the truth? So there are 3 motives for which we live. We live for the body, the mind, and the soul. No one of these is better or holier than the other. Each is desirable, and neither body, mind, nor soul can live fully if one of the others is cut short of full life and expression. Right? We see this all the time, like people that just focus on their physical body. They go to the gym, they beef up, but they don't do that inner work. Or those gurus or people that are claim to be so spiritual, but they don't work on social skills and they can't really get along with people in public. It's like, what was that saying? It's like, yeah, you think you're spiritually advanced until you're on a plane ride with a kid crying baby behind you. It's very easy to be peaceful and zen when you're sitting on your lily pad alone in your little sacred space. But if you have to go out into the world with people, how zen are you then? That's the real test. We have to cultivate all parts of us. It's holistic. We can't just ignore one and focus on another. And it doesn't mean, oh, if I focus on my spirit, I'm the best. If you don't take care of your body and you're overweight and you have high blood pressure. Each is desirable, and neither body, mind, nor soul can live fully if one of the others is cut short of a full life and expression. It is not right nor noble to live only for the soul and deny mind or body. It is wrong to live for the intellect and deny body and soul. We are all acquainted with the loathsome consequences of living for the body and denying both mind and soul. We see that real life means the complete expression of all that a person can give forth through body, mind, and soul. We cannot be really happy or satisfied unless our bodies are living fully in every function, and unless the same is true of our mind and our soul. Wherever there is an unexpressed possibility or an unperformed function, there is an unsatisfied desire. Desire is possibility seeking expression, or function seeking performance. This, if you feel discontented or unexpressed, or like something's missing, or a tension, like you just want to explode, this is usually what it is. It means that you're not expressing a desire that is knocking at the door. We've talked about this. Wherever there is unexpressed possibility or an unperformed function, there is an unsatisfied desire. And desire is possibility seeking expression or function seeking performance. We talked about this last week. When you have that little knock at your heart, your gut, your soul, your mind, you know you're supposed to do something. I know what am I missing? That's desire trying to be expressed through you, but we get caught in our head like, well, I couldn't do that. What do people think of me? I'm too scared, this, that, and the other. Or I don't know what I want, but it's just simply getting quiet, going inside, and you'll get an answer if you ask, but we don't go in and ask. We don't want to be quiet because we don't want to hear the answer because it scares us. We'll have to get uncomfortable. It's the only way through. In U squared, that's what we talked about. Just taking that leap. You're never going to feel ready. You just have to do it. This is really good. So a person cannot live fully in body without good food. Oh, okay, here. Yes. A person cannot live fully in body without good food, comfortable clothing, warm shelter, and freedom from excessive toil. Rest and recreation are also necessary to one's physical life. Ooh, and that's really big in our culture right now. Like, go hard, sleep when you're dead. It's like, no, you need 6 to 8. You need to get sleep, good amounts of sleep. Don't be ridiculous. That's when your body heals and rests and restored. And have a day where you do nothing, where you just stare at the wall. The most successful people have days where they just are off the grid for the whole day. You have to have that time. And there's that scarcity mindset, like, I have to work every single day. What suffers? You'll pay a price. We always do. Nothing's free. A person cannot live fully in mind without books and time to study them, without opportunity for travel and observation, or without intellectual companionship. To live fully in mind, one must have intellectual recreations and must be surrounded by all the objects of art and beauty one is capable of using and appreciating. I love that. To live fully in soul, an individual must have love, and the expression of love is often frustrated by poverty. To live fully in soul, an individual must have love, and the expression of love is often frustrated by poverty. Our highest happiness is found in the bestowal of benefits on those we love. Love finds its most natural and spontaneous expression in giving. When we have nothing to give, we cannot fill the place as a spouse or parent, as a citizen, or as a human being. It is the use of material things that a person finds full life for one's body, develops the mind, and unfolds the soul. It is therefore of supreme importance to be rich. It is perfectly right that you should desire to be rich. If you are a normal man or woman, you cannot help doing so. It is perfectly right that you should give your best attention to the science of getting rich, because it is the noblest and most necessary of all studies. If you neglect this study, you are derelict in your duty to yourself, to God, and to humanity. You can render God and humanity no greater service than to make the most of yourself. I remember somebody's point of view of rich being making money. And they were saying, actually, if you're not rich, that's really like a horrible thing, because money, wealth, units of, payment. How do we get money? We get payment, we get paid, we get money for service rendered. If you have no money, that means you're not rendering any service. We get paid for helping, for providing a service, for using our gifts and our talents. That's how we get paid in this world. If you're not getting paid and you're not rich and getting money, that means you're not giving anything. Isn't that something? We all have something to give. We see those people that, stand on the side of the street selling flowers. We all have something to give. We can get creative, sell artwork, Etsy. So this is basically what it's saying. If you neglect studying the science of getting rich, you are really neglecting your duty to yourself, to God, and to humanity. You can render God and humanity no greater service than to make the most of yourself. Yeah, I think Bob Proctor said this. He said, money, currency, it's emotionless. It's paper. We give it the value that it has. We get money in this world for providing service, for doing a job, using our gifts, talents, creativity, helping. And all no money is saying is that you're not giving service. And I know it's a big topic, maybe because, jobs are short or it's COVID or whatever. But even in COVID, we can be creative. It's just we have to change our perspective of what a job is. If we're not getting hired and we're sending our resume, we create our own opportunity. For example, I'm here, I'm doing this from wherever I'm at now and putting myself out there. And I just got approached for an opportunity to facilitate like a group on mental health. They're going to pay me. It's like I'm using my gifts, my talents, my passions, and I'm getting paid for it. Whatever it is you do, put it out there, offer it. People will pay you for it because you're good at it. I would love to know what you do. I would probably pay you for a good or a service. People pay for ideas. So I love this book. I freaking love this book, The Science of Getting Rich. So I just read the first chapter. I'm going to keep reading a chapter, probably a few pages a day. That was a short chapter, but we're going to go through this book. I'm really excited. I love this book, and I hope you enjoy, and I will see you guys tomorrow, and we will be back in the Citadel tomorrow. Don't you worry. But thank you for being with me in my makeshift Citadel. Have a wonderful evening. I'll see you tomorrow.